I wanted to give everybody a status update on my cabin here. As you can see, I've now got all the walls framed out. So it's actually starting to look like a cabin, getting closer. So on the front side, I framed in for a window and a door. This side here, there's not going to actually be a door. This is actually just going to be an opening into the next addition when I add that on. So temporarily, I'm just going to cover it with a sheet of plywood to close it in, but I just wanted to frame it out ahead of time to make sure it was there for when I go to add on. But yeah, like I said in the previous video, it's 8 by 8 with the extra 4 by 4 tip out for the wood burner. Um, that tip out actually was a little bit more difficult than I thought. It's not that it required a lot of engineering to be super strong, but I'm going to line the interior of it with cement board. So it was important to make sure that everywhere in there I had nailers all around to be able to put those sheets up there. So that required me waking up the hamster and getting them running on the wheel to figure out how to do all that. But for the most part, it was a pretty simple engineering to frame this all out. Not really looking forward to doing the roof. That's going to be a little bit of a bear. Um, that's going to be, this is 8 by 8, so the roof will be 10 by 10, so I can get a little under a foot stick out on each side. And but I feel like once I get the first rafter kind of figured out how I'm going to do it, I can just use that as a template for the other ones too. So it's coming along. I'm picking up the stove in a couple days, so that'll be nice when I've got that on hand and ready to start fitting that in and everything. Inevitably, somebody's going to ask about the cost. So what you see here so far, plus I have the pre-hung door in the window and the materials all ready for the ramp that I'm going to install. I'm about $1,500 into it. So I figure after getting the stove and the piping and accessories to go with that, the metal roofing, all the sheathing, and then just, paint and trim and stuff like that. I imagine I'm going to be somewhere in the ballpark of $3,500 to $4,000 for this size structure. And then I figure each additional 8 by 8 add-on I put will probably be in a $2,500 range. So, building materials these days aren't cheap, but you still got to figure that that's way cheaper than any house. And best of all, no mortgage on it. Part of showing all this is to help inspire you guys, because I am no carpenter. I mean, watching me try to build anything is like watching an episode of the Three Stooges. But if I can do something like this, you can too. I mean, if that's something you've ever dreamed of doing one day, start making the plans. Make it happen. It may not happen right away, but down the line, start planning ahead for it. You can do it. Uh, some basic tools and some basic skills and some help looking up information in that, you can figure it out. So yeah, it's going to keep going. I'm hoping to meet my deadline of around December 1st to have it completely closed in and heated. We'll see how that goes. I got a few days I'm going to be pulled away for a couple other things I have to take care of, but um, I'll keep you updated. Hopefully when I got the roof done and the sheathed out and everything, and I'll definitely do a separate video on the installation of the wood stove so you can kind of see how that was put in. Yeah, it looks like I got some rain coming, so I'm going to tarp this all up and close it up. See you guys next time.